Now batting for Redlands. Number 11, Matt Gray. Batting second, number 6, Garrett Gaunt. Now batting for number 9, Garrett Gaunt.
On the campus of Heston College. Larks leading 2-0 in the bottom of the first. After we've had some technical difficulties, wind blowing everywhere, knocked everything off of our stand over there, but we are back. Larks have a runner on with one out here, Luis Caraballo, and Andrew Barry goes down swinging, and they nearly catch Caraballo leaning. Thank you for your help, Michael. Appreciate it. 2 outs now as we are here in the bottom of the first. Larks on top, 2-0.
Number 12, Charles Elam.
So Charles Elam stepping in. This is the 6th batter of the game the Larks have sent to the plate.
If you need me, text me.
Will do. Alex Perez reached on an error. Cole Sturgeon followed him up with a single. A wild pitch allowed Alex to score from second, and then Jake Shelby laid a sacrifice hit on the right side that scored Cole Sturgeon. Luis Caraballo drew a walk. Andrew Barry struck out, and that's where we are with Charles Elam here at the dish. Drew Mesher on the hill here for Redlands, and between innings, we will try and give you a couple ways to contact us. We'd love to hear from you. If you're a fan of the Redlands or a fan of the Larks, we want to hear from you here today in the broadcast booth. Elam, the lefty, ahead 2 balls, no strikes, fouls one backing out of play. Charles on the season, hitting just .214. 6 for 28, .214 average. Getting it on in right field. The 2-1 for Mesher. Mesher's curve stays upstairs. Mesher on the season, he is 1-1. He's pitched in 27 2/3 innings. 38 hits, 29 runs, 22 of which were earned, 10 walks and 22 strikeouts. He has an ERA of 7.16. The 3-1, a great hitter's pitch here for Elam. And that comes back inside for a strike, and the count evens up or moves to full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hey, you're watching out there. We want to hear from you. Send us a text at 620-217-1465. Again, that number, 620-217-1465. Or you can drop us a line, golarks@heston.edu. Either way, we'll get us right here at the broadcast table as Elam falls it back. We'd love to hear from you, whether you're a fan of the Redlands Cougars or a fan of your Larks. Tell us who you are, who you're watching, where you're watching from, and we'll get a shout-out out there on the air. Count is through a full 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Elam. Dr. Phil Miller will be joining me about 5:30 here, up here, so we'll have a 2-man crew for the second game and probably the end of the first. That's on the ground of the shortstop, Gaunt. Gaunt goes the short way, but the Larks scratch 2 across here in the bottom of the first. So at the end of 1 inning of play, our score is Heston College 2, Redlands Community College 0. We'll be back with the top of the second inning right here on the Lark Network. Is at short, and Cody Widman comes outside for a strike. Nelson Martinez at first base with Andrew Berry over there Nelson's at second, Andrew's over there first. Bryce the Vigilante Elder is behind the dish. And so this is Galen Viney. The 0-2 pitch here from Cody. Just misses outside in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's a good pitch from Cody right there. Good location. That stays too far outside from the big righty. And the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. We are taking text messages. We are taking emails. We'd love to hear from you. Whether you're a fan of the Larks or a fan of the Cougars. Send us a text at 620-217-1465. Cody misses low, and the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fly ball to center field. That has hit a ton. That's going to tail all the way over to left, and that hangs up. Elam makes what it was a towering fly ball into a routine play.
Number 16, Kevin Cervantz.
Cervantz stepping in. And Kevin Cervantz for Redlands is a third baseman. He's hitting .367. As a team, the Cougars are hitting .317. These two teams split earlier this season. That wind is howling in from straightaway center as this field does sit facing dead south. It's 275 down the lines, 350 to the alleys. It's almost a straight shot back to 350 and 390 to deep center. Playing more like 500 feet today with the wind blowing in. Cody misses twice to Cervantz. Cervantz now well ahead as Cody misses a third time. 3 balls, no strikes here to Cervantz. Cody comes outside, catches the outside corner of the zone on the 3-0 pitch. Drop us a line too. Go Larks at Heston.edu. That one squirts away from Bryce Elder. And Servants does draw the walk and will be forced to stay at first base.
Brady Kokajan.
Kokajan stepping in here for Redlands. A sophomore from Drummond, Oklahoma. Hitting .357. High clouds in here, but still a really nice day for baseball. Can't complain in March. Cody working out of the stretch for the first time today. And Cody deals. Looping liner foul over towards the Lark bullpen. So Kokajan has 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 12 runs driven in. Kerrigan and Matt Curry are the leading RBI men for the Cougars with 19 apiece. Cody checking the run over there at first, dealing. That one misses a little bit low in the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 coming up. Throw over to keep. Servants close. Once upon a time, Redlands came up here in the district tournament. They had a lefty from New Zealand. When Heston hosted the district tournament in the late 90s. Big curveball there by Cody is over for a strike in the count quickly. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kokajan. The lefty from New Zealand, his favorite move is to walk a batter if no one was on and then pick them off. That's how good his pickoff move was. Another throw over by Cody, keeping Servants close. Send us a text, drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you, 620-217-1465. Or email us, golarks@heston.edu. The 1-2 on the way. Check swing, Bryce throw over. Tailing away in the wind. That'll go into center field. And a stolen base turns into 2. On the error. That throw got up in the wind and slid off. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Redlands with a runner on third with 1 out here in the top of the second. Larks leading 2-0. Swing and a miss as Kokajan chases something outside. And there are now 2 outs. Great pitch by Cody.
Number 5, Matt Sevilla.
Sevilla stepping in. And Cody working down the stretch again. That's tapped foul here on the left side. Count 0-1. Sevilla, 26 of 65, hitting .400 on the season with 8 runs driven in. Big swing and a miss. Sevilla was not cheated on his swing. And the count now 0-2. The 0-2. Fly ball, that's up in the jet stream. Long run. Charles Elam with a good jump, read it perfectly, makes the play. That ball was almost hit at second base and tailed a long way back. At the end of 1.5, Heston College 2, Redlands 0. Back after this here on the Lark Network. And welcome back here to Oswald Field. Justin Velasquez due up here for the Larks in the bottom of the second. Hey, I did get a text saying, "Go Cougars," watching online in Texas. All right, glad Texas is in the house. Again, that number to text, 620-217-1465. Velasquez. Justin's numbers so far on the season, he's 7 for 24. 1 double, a home run, 5 driven in, and 5 driven in with 2 walks and 7 strikeouts and 3 stolen bases. So Justin stepping in here. And fouls it back out of play. So Larks scratched 2 across in the first after Alex Perez reached on an error. Cole Sturgeon then singled. A passed ball let Alex score from second as the catcher Carter had no idea where the ball was. The 0-1 delivery took something off and fooled Justin. He's quickly behind 0-2. Jake Shelby then hit it to the right side, allowing Cole to score, and that's where the Larks scratched across there too in the bottom of the first. We're in the bottom of the second. Justin up, leading off the inning, is behind 0-2. Mesher fouls it back, or Mesher delivers, and Justin fouls it back. So Justin behind in the count, 0-2. Swing and a miss, gets away from the catcher, Carter. Justin trying to show off his legs. Carter slipped, can't come up with it, and I hope Carter's okay. He twisted himself fairly violently. Justin is aboard. Carter went to plant the catcher and just stretched out. His foot came out, and that did not look like it tickled. Looks like he could be possibly working inner groin area, hamstring, thigh. It just looked awkward as he went to throw. Almost made a great play. Give the kid credit. And a text again from this one from Texas. Let's go Larks, watching from College Station, Texas. So it looks like Carter's going to be okay. As he'll walk it off. Good to see him up and walking around. That looks like it could have been very, very bad. So after the strikeout and the error, that'll bring up the vigilante Bryce Elder. So Bryce coming to bat with the bionic arm, bionic shoulder, whatever you want. Bryce is bionic. So Bryce will step in. Bryce shows bunt, pulls it back. Snap throw back, almost caught. Justin leaning. Great throw from Carter. And a good tag over there by Kokogen. But tag went a little bit high. And Justin was able to slip in underneath it. Count is 0-1. Snap throw back. Nearly caught Justin leaning. As Mesher deals. That one too far low. Another snap throw back. Justin barely got back. That was 3 very close calls for Justin over there. So the count evens up at a ball and a strike to Bryce. Runner goes, Bryce swings. Justin thinking third. And Justin gunned out over there on the far side after swiping second base. And so Bryce now behind 1-2. The 1-2 on the way. Too far out, gets away from Carter. And the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryce. 1 out. The 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the outer corner. Bryce was caught looking. And that brings up Nelson Martinez.
Number 18, Nelson Martinez.
Nelson is the second leading hitter on the Larks team, hitting .393 with 11 for 28 in 14 games, 3 doubles, and 7 runs driven in. He's struck out 5 times and swiped 2 bases. That one's a hard hit ball on the first baseman, smothered by Kokojin. Nice play by Kokojin to come up with it and retire the side. So the Larks run themselves out of the inning, and we'll go to the top of the third. Larks leading 2-0. Back after this on the Lark Network. And welcome back here, top of the third here at Oswald's Field. This will be the catcher, Nathan Carter.
Number 7, Nathan Carter.
Carter nearly took an ugly spill in that last inning. Again, we're taking text messages. We're taking emails. We'd love to hear from you, whether you're a fan of the Cougars or a fan of the Larks. Let us know. Tell us who you are, who you're watching, where you're watching from, as Cody Woodman makes us downstairs. That number to text is 620-217-1465. Cody missed downstairs his second pitch, a swing and a miss by Carter, and the count is now even at 1 ball, 1 strike. So, Cody working out of the windup. That one misses downstairs, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike to Nathan Carter. Another long swing by Carter, and the count is quickly even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind blowing here. We're in a wind advisory here in south central Kansas. As Carter took a little bit of dust in his eyes, called time, stepped out. There'll be a lot of that today. The 2-2. Another swing and a miss, and that's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Cody. And that will bring up the second baseman, Christian Davidson.
Now batting, number 23, Christian Davidson.
Davidson hitting .280, 14 for 50 on the season. Takes a strike from Cody at the knees. The 0-1 on the way. Curveball breaks in for the strike on a little backdoor breaking ball. And the count now 0-2. That's a chopper tap foul. And the count still riding 0-2. Dr. Phil Miller will be joining us here at about 5:30.
I played second half of the year, but then I started playing third after I hit an eye, and I made the All-State team. And first team all week.
There's a line drive snagged in by Nelson over there at second base. Nelson had a good jump on that, read it off the bat right away, and there are 2 outs. Matt Curry stepping in. Curry.
Number 11, Matt Curry.
Hitting .262. 17 for 65. 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 19 runs driven in from the leadoff spot.
It was during a game. It was
Big curve stays upstairs to Curry. And the count now 1-ball. Curry popped up in the first. He's 0 for 1. That's a chopper on the ground. Barry trying to get down. Foot race over there. Cody not in time. As Curry legs it out. Barry had problems coming up with it. And head coach Kyle Howe going to come out and plead his case a little bit, ask for an explanation. And Kyle's satisfied with it. So Barry had trouble coming up with that. And that puts the second runner aboard for Redlands.
Now batting, number 6, Garrett Gaunt.
Garrett Gaunt, the shortstop, grounded out to short in his first time at bat. Runner goes. Bryce can't come up with it. And Curry swiping second base. That's Curry's 7th stolen base on the season. Gone on the season. .301 average. That's a base hit through the gap in left field. Runner thought about going, but good strong arm out there by Charles will keep it to a single. And there'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs for the designated hitter, Cade Kerrigan. Kerrigan, also one of the leading RBI men here for the Cougars, 19 on the season. 7 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs, and a .345 batting average for the lefty. Kerrigan, a sophomore from Morgan, Utah. And Cody will be working out of the stretch. Cody's breaking pitch stayed outside. Might have been a change, might have been a breaking pitch. Didn't do what Cody wanted it to do. And Bryce signaling the infield what they want to do. 2 outs, I'd suggest getting the out whichever way they can. Getting a text saying, we need another dub. Go Larks, you got this. Cody, curveball, paints the outside corner. And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Kerrigan now behind the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cody working the change. Gets the sign what he likes from Bryce. And the 1-2. Looper right back up the middle. Base hit. Redlands is going to be on the board. on the little single from Kerrigan.
Now batting, number 12, Galen Viney.
Galen Viney will step in, a run across. You can't touch your chest and your body to the base of that and talk for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. Galen Viney flew out his first at bat to left field. A run across here for Redlands in the top of the third, and the lead now 2-1 for the Larks. But Redlands with runners at first and second. That run will be unearned. They will charged Barry with the error, which allowed Curry to get on. Back-to-back singles here for Redlands, and they have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Cody checks the runner at second one time, deals. Swing and a miss by Gaunt. Now he's quickly behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cody one more time, dealing. That's chopped foul on the right side, all the way over into the Redlands bullpen. The count still riding, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cody dealing. That ball hit a ton up in the air, though. That's going to hang up in this stiff southern wind. Alex Perez comes underneath it and makes the play. So the Larks avoid a little bit of damage. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Larks leading 2-1 back after this. And welcome back here to Oswald Field. We are taking text messages. We are taking emails. We'd love to hear from you. Send us a text at 620-217-1465. Or send us an email, golarks@hessen.edu. Alex Perez reached on an error his first time up. And AP coming to bat for his second trip today. Curveball by Mesher missing inside. AP, the leading hitter for the Larks, hitting .413 on the season. 33 for 80. AP fouls it back, way out of play. That's going to get up in the jet stream and blow to Canada. They count 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind is howling in from center field. On the ground of the shortstop, Gaunt plays it over and makes the play in time. 1 away on the ground out to shortstop. That brings up Cole Sturgeon.
Number 6, Cole Sturgeon.
Cole singled his first at bat. and then scored on the little sacrifice hit by Shelby. Shelby got an RBI for his work. The Barber, Jake Shelby, on deck. The Horton saying it's a sunny and breezy 80 degrees. Howdy from Texas. It's close to 80 here. As that one high and tight, and breezy would be putting it mildly. 73 degrees here, but gale force winds here. And the 1-0. That's downstairs to Cole in the count quickly. 2 balls, no strikes. Cole's 1 for 1. And the 2-0 coming up. Cole right back up the middle. Gaunt can't come up with it, and Cole will have himself his second base hit of the afternoon.
Jake Shelby.
And that brings up the Barber, Jake Shelby. Jake may have the record for most nicknames, but after what he did to Alex Perez, he is now known as the Barber. Apparently, Alex Perez has never let anyone else but his mother, who is a stylist, touch his hair. I don't know what Alex was thinking, but he let Jake give him a haircut. Probably not going to let Jake go near my hair. No offense to Jake, but still. So Jake the Barber stepping in. He grounded out but got an RBI for his trouble. And Jake takes the ball down low. The Barber will go on and play at Tarleton State University next year. They appeal down there, seeing if Jake held off, and which he did. The 1-0 coming up. That's on the ground of the shortstop. Gaunt could be 2. Throw to Davidson. Davidson hurls it over just in time, and it's a double play, 6-4-3 to end the inning. We've played 3 here from Oswald Field. Larks lead 2-1. Back after this here on the Lark Network. And welcome back here to the top of the 4th here from Oswald Field. This game cruising right along. And this game moving like the wind.
Kevin Cervantes.
Cervantes stepping in. He drew a walk, stole a base, reached third on error, but was stranded. So Cody coming out to work here in the 4th. 1 run across for Redlands. It's unearned. And a good fastball from Cody. This is the Cody that the Larks have expected. The 0-1. That's on the ground at Nelson. Nelson vacuums it up, throws it over to Barry. Barry finally finds the bag and makes the play.
Now batting, number 10, Brady Kokagen.
Kokagen struck out in his first trip to the dish. And the off-speed pitch missed just a little bit inside. Mighty close. High clouds have come in. Still very nice. And that one downstairs. And the count moves 2 balls, no strikes. That one bouncing away from the Vigilante. And the count 3 balls, no strikes. Vigilante, the nickname we have for Bryce Elder, the 3-0. Cody takes a little bit off and gets the strike. The leaf on the backstop has finally blown over. Cody comes down low and away, catches the lower corner of the zone on the fastball, and they count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kokujin asking the ump, was it a strike, making sure. Satisfied with the home plate umpire's explanation. And then Kokujin loops one out there in the gap in right center field. Kokujin thinking too, but he will stop as Perez covered some real estate. Base knock for Savela. Or excuse me, for Kokujin, bringing up Savela. Savela flew out. We are taking text messages. We are taking emails. We'd love to hear from you. Send us a text at 620-217-1465 or drop us a line, golarks@heston.edu. Savela, the left fielder, 0 for 1. And he fires one up. Nelson makes a snag. Can't turn 2, though. Nelson's had a busy day over there at second base. His second line drive that he has snagged, and there's 2 outs for the catcher, Nathan Carter.
Now batting, number 7, Nathan Carter.
Carter struck out in his first at-bat. Two outs and a runner on here in the top of the 4th. Larks leading 2-1. Redlands trying to answer back as Cody comes down low, lower right-hand corner of the box in the zone in the count now 0-1. Big curveball just missed. Carter stayed in there. And the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cody a throw over to keep Savela close, or excuse me, keep Kokujin close over there at first base. So the 1-1. That ball was killed, but a long foul ball for Carter. He was well out in front of that. That ball might be flat on one side because that exited the yard in a hurry, but it's a long strike for Carter. And the 1-2. Cody takes something off on the curveball, fooling Carter. And that will do it at the end of 3.5. Our score, Heston College 2, Redlands Community College 1. Back after this on the Lark Network. And we're back in the bottom of the fourth here for the Larks. Luis Caraballo to lead things off.
Number 34, Luis Caraballo.
Andrew Barry and Charles Elam all due up here in this inning for Heston College. Caraballo drew a walk in his first at-bat but was stranded over there in first base in the first. As Luis digging in. Luis hitting .340 on the season, takes a strike from Mesher right at the knees. Luis has 2 stolen bases, has been caught stealing once. And the 0-1. That stays too far low from Mesher, and the count is even 1 ball and 1 strike to Luis here. In the bottom of the fourth with the Larks clinging to the 1-run lead, 2-1. That curve stayed too far down, and the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 coming up. Stays too far out. They count now 3 balls, 1 strike. We've seen both pitchers want to work low and away today. And the 3-1, good hitter's pitch. Too far out. Caraballo draws his second walk of the game. His on-base percentage stays perfect. That brings up Andrew Barry. Barry struck out in his first at-bat of the contest. So Barry strikes out as Andrew digging in. So Andrew's digging in here with Luis over there at first. And that one too far outside from Mesher, and the count 1 ball.
No,
Barry fouls it back out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. So the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike to the first baseman. AB, 304 on the season, 4 home runs and 15 runs driven in. And the 1-1 coming up. Throw over to keep Caraballo close. I did see Luis get caught stealing against Bethany JV while the Larks were on spring break. The 1-1 on the way. Barry taps it back to the fence, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Something wrong with that baseball. Must have been nicked. Mesher just didn't like the feel of it. I don't know. And the 1-2 coming up. That ball is a towering fly ball. It's going to drift out of play. No wind, and Barry's going to have his 5th home run of the season, but that ball got up in that wind and tailed towards the soccer field. So our count here to Barry, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Andrew. And the 1-2. Barry fouls it off to the right side this time. Another long foul ball. And so the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barry up there in the wind, but played perfectly by Curry out there in center field. So Barry flies out to center.
Now batting, number 12, Charles Elam.
And without wind, Barry could have been running for a while. He hit that right on the screws, but balls are hanging up. Charles Elam grounded out his first at bat. So runner on, one out here in the fourth. Larks leading 2-1. That one upstairs. And the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Charles, the lefty, scoots a little closer to the plate. Mesher. Stays upstairs with his fastball. On the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Coaches from Redlands not quite agreeing with the umpire's judgment of the strike zone. The 2-0. On the ground of the second baseman, Davidson. The flip over to Gaunt. Gaunt, the wheel over to Kokogen. And the double play is turned 4-6-3. Second time the Larks have hit into a double play today. We've played 4. Larks lead 2-1. Back after this here on the Lark Network. And welcome back here to the top of the 5th. Larks leading 2-1 here in the 5th. Second baseman Christian Davidson coming to bat. Cody working here in the 5th. Davidson shows the bunt, punches it down. Nelson all over that. Nelson flips it over, throws it away on the far side. Davidson on his way to 2. Bryce coming down, covering behind there. And the Larks allow Davidson on the errant throw to take second.
Now batting, number 11, Matt Curry.
Matt Curry, 0 for 2, stepping to the plate. Kyle Howell coming out to talk with the umpire, saying, umpire said he couldn't hear something Kyle said. And Kyle asking something over there. And Kyle's satisfied with it. Just asking for some type of clarification. So runner on second, none out here for the Redlands Cougars. And Cody misses. Away in the count now. 1 ball. Cody with another curveball or changeup. Broke in there. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. That one fouled back to the fence, and the count now riding 1-2 to Matt Curry. Payoff, or excuse me, not a 1-2 pitch. That one misses low and inside at the knees. On the count now even 2 balls, 2 strikes to Curry. Third error of the game for the Larks. Has hammered in the ground. Barry vacuums it up. Steps on first for the out. But Davidson does advance. Curry does his job.
Now batting, number 6.
And there's 1 out.
Gaunt.
Garrett Gaunt stepping in. Gaunt 1 for 2, singled. And grounded out. Cody, the big sweeping curveball is in there for a strike to Gaunt. Cody's been doing a good job of hitting his spots, mixing up his pitches, changing speeds, exactly what you want to do as a pitcher. The 0-1. Good block by Bryce. The Vigilante knocks it down into the dirt, and the count remains 1 ball, 1 strike. We're taking text messages. We're taking emails. We'd love to hear from you. Send us a text at 620-217-1465. Fly ball to center field, hanging up in the wind. Long run for AP. Jake Shelby makes a play. That ball nearly squirted away from everybody. Shelby slid. The barber slid. Came up awkwardly. And Shelby being tended to by his teammates. But there's 2 outs. Nice play by Shelbs to make that play. That ball's in the wind, knocked down. And that brings up Cade Kerrigan, the designated hitter. Skylar Hill heading out to talk to Cody what they want to do with 2 outs and a runner on the tying run at third. We're in the 5th. Larks leading 2-0. Again, that number to text us, 620-217-1465. Or send us an email, golarks@heston.edu. Conference on the mound done. And that was pitching coach Skylar Hill for the Larks. Talking things over with his battery of Cody and the Vigilante Bryce Elder. Pretty good turnout of crowd today. Kerrigan 0 for 2. Excuse me, 1 for 2. Taps it foul back to the fence. 1 strike now to Kerrigan. Cade Kerrigan, the sophomore right fielder, or designated hitter. 29 for 84 with 19 runs driven in. Kerrigan taps that one foul back there. Now Kerrigan quickly behind 0-2 to Cody. Glad you guys are along for the ride here on the Lark Network. On a very windy day. Cody wastes 1 outside, seeing if he can force Kerrigan to chase. Kerrigan lays off. And the 1-2 forthcoming. That one tapped foul. Kerrigan staying alive in the batter's box. So the count remaining 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kerrigan's fouled off 4 pitches, maybe 5 pitches in this at-bat. That one squirts back away from Bryce. And the tying run comes home. So we are now knotted up at 2. That one almost squirted up and over the backstop. I've only ever seen 1 foul ball come into the press box and 1 ball ever squirt away like that. Swing and a miss, Bryce. Throws to Barry. Barry steps on first base and records a strikeout. But the damage done, Redlands scores 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Larks and Cougars tied at 2 back after this on the Lark Network. So we are back here, bottom of the 5th for the Larks. Did get a text message during the break, and the question was, does the barber trim beards? Frizz needs his services, but it might take a team effort to get it done, and I will agree with that. I'm not sure Skylar Frizzell would let Jake trim his beard. Justin Velasquez reached first on error, swiped second, but tried to stretch the swipe into running at third, and was gunned down, and Justin takes a ball upstairs by his neck on the first pitch he sees from Mesher. Tied at 2 here in the 5th. Bottom 5 for the Larks. First of 2 games. Mesher takes something off, and the count now quickly even, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 coming up. Mesher working out of the windup, deals that one too far outside, and the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. So the 2-1 here from Drew Mesher. Outside corner, Justin knew it, and the count now even 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Justin taps the foul, staying alive. So Justin, after the foul ball, doing his best Gloria Gaynor, and he will survive. The 2-2 on the way. Little flare, that could be dropping in for a base hit for Justin. Nice little piece of hitting by Justin, letting the bat do the work, and he is aboard. Leadoff runner aboard here for the Larks. Justin's first hit of the day. That brings up the vigilante, Bryce Elder. Bryce struck out in his first at-bat. Nelson Martinez to follow. Alex Perez due up after that. Runner on board for the Larks, trying to answer the one-run scratched across by Redlands in their half of the fifth. Bryce caught looking as Justin over there at first base. A very healthy lead for Justin. Bryce lays a bunt down. Mesher, his only play to first base. Nice piece of bunting by Bryce. Gets Justin over there to second. Bryce with a nice sack.
Now batting for the Larks, number 18.
And that brings up Nelson Martinez. Nelson grounded out to first base, and his first time up. AP on deck. Runner on one out here for Nelson in the fifth. As Lark's trying to answer back. A little bit of action looks like possibly starting to brew in the bullpen over there for Redlands. Messer checking, Justin at second, dealing. Nelson, little flare, snagged perfectly by the right fielder, the right fielder, Viney. And the Larks were nearly doubled off. Viney cheating all the way into the wind. And without any wind, I think Nelson gets himself a base hit, and Justin would have been on his horse heading home. That brings up Alex Perez with 2 outs here in the fifth. Larks and Cougars tied at 2. Alex fouls it back to the fence. Miles Dunn up in the Redlands bullpen. The 0-1 stays low to Alex, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Score 2-2, count 1 ball, 1 strike. Alex with a very healthy swing, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Larks' leading hitter with a runner on second base and 2 outs, and our score tied at 2 in the fifth. Alex shoots 1 foul on the right side, and the count riding 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way. Alex fouls it back to the fence and stays alive. We're in the fifth, score tied at 2. As Justin dancing back as the count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 coming up. Mesher eyeing Justin over there. Alex, hot shot into the left field corner. That's going to be a base hit. Larks are going to take the lead. Justin on his horse in. AP thinking two, slipping in, is safe with a double. Alex Perez doubles into the left field corner past a diving Servants. Gets an RBI for his trouble, and the Larks claim the lead 3-2 here in the fifth. That brings up the right fielder, Cole Sturgeon. Sturgeon's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles today. So Sturgeon's 2 for 2. As Alex Perez over there at second base, traded places with Justin. Mesher misses downstairs, and they count 1 ball to Cole. The barber, Jake Shelby, on deck. The 0-1, as that one's fouled way back into play. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike here to Cole. Pitch outside, missing in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. On the 2-1. Alex over there at second. Mesher staring him down. Strike on the inner half. Good pitch there by Mesher. Coming back inside. Cole looking for something outside, tied up. It's a great pitch by Mesher. Two outs, a runner on. Deuces wild across the bottom of the scoreboard. Larks leading 3-2. Mesher deals. Right on the middle, up at Gunt. Gunt to throw over in time to Kokogen, but the Larks answer back with a run. We've played 5. Larks lead 3-2. Back after this on the Lark Network. As we're heading to the top of the 6th here for Redlands.
Now batting, number 12.
Redlands trailing the Larks. 3-2. Galen Viney is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. As Cody Weidman coming to work here, coming to work here in the 6th. The Larks clinging to the 1-run lead. First pitch from Woodman misses. Second pitch stays high in the count. Now 2 balls, no strikes here to Viney. That one hits Viney. And Viney aboard.
Now batting.
Free base there for the Cougars. Cervantes stepping in. Cervantes 0 for 1. Did draw a walk. Skylar Hill out to talk to Cody. With none out here in the third, or in the sixth, Larks with the 3-2 lead. As some action in the bullpen now for the Larks. So, looks like the guy who's in need of a beard trimming, Skylar Frizzell, up in the bullpen. I'm just going off what they texted me. Send me a text, 620-217-1465. Drop us a line, golarks@heston.edu. We'd love to hear from you. Haven't got very many emails, only one today so far. As Cervantes digging in. Throw back to keep Viney close. Viney with 1 stolen base. He's 1 for 2 in the terms of stolen bases. Caught stealing once. Cody missing low and away, and the count 1 ball here to Cervantes. That one fouled back and out of play. And the count now even at a ball and a strike. Cody stepping off. Letting Justin Velasquez move a little closer. Yes, he wanted to try a bunt. Justin on the grass over there at third base. As Cervantes was showing bunt. And Cody misses high and away, and the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. Runner goes. The Vigilantes throw, not in time. And Viney has his second stolen base of the year. Cody missed low. And they count 3 balls, 1 strike. A submarine or a side armor up in the bullpen for Redlands. Miles Dunn. And the 3-1. Hot shot on the ground. Nelson can't come up with it. Took a funky hop. Cole unloads a throw. Could be a play at the plate. And slipping underneath the tag at home was Viney. Kyle coming out to plead his case. And Redlands has tied the score 3-3. Ball 8, Nelson up out there, took a funky hop off the infield. So our score tied at 3.
Now batting, number 10.
Now bring up
Brady Kokagen.
Kokagen. Kokagen stepping in. 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Go ahead run over there at second base with none outs here in the top of the 6th for the Larks. And a big sweeping curveball for a strike there by Cody. That one Bryce throws a snap throw down there. As that one was a strike. 0-2 the count. Bryce couldn't quite come up with that one. As Cervantes swiping third. Kokajin, though, behind in the count 0-2. Big swing and a miss. Cody gets a big strikeout there for the Larks. We're tied at 3 in the top of the 6th, 1 out.
Batting number 5, Matt Svela.
Svela stepping in. Svela 0-2. And that might close the book on Cody at will. Looks like Skylar Frizzell coming in to pitch for the Larks.
Now coming in to relief for the Larks.
So Skylar's numbers on the season, he just had a complete game shutout of Dawson on Thursday. Frizz struck out 14 batters in that complete game shutout. On the season, Frizz now 1-4. He's started 8 games. He's pitched 26 and a third inning with a 6.49 ERA, but that's 14 strikeouts gives him the team lead in strikeouts, 36 on the season so far. In his 8 games, in his 26 innings pitched, clipping right along at 12.3 strikeouts a game, which is a very, very healthy average. So lefty Frizz coming in here to pitch for the Larks with 1 out and a runner on third base, tied at 3 in the 6th here from Oswald Field. Wind still howling in. Game time temperature right about 73 degrees. It's warm, but it is windy coming in here from almost right center field. So Frizz coming into work. Here in the 6th. We're tied at 3, Larks and Cougars doing battle. These two teams have met many, many times over the years. As Svela will step in. Svela 0-2. Skylar feeling loose, and we are ready to go here in the 6th. Go-ahead run over there at third base for Redlands. 1 out as Cody works 5 and a third. 1 earned run allowed by Cody. And Skylar with an inside curveball for the strike to Svela. Someone's candies bag is blowing on the grass right there. Roman, is that yours? No. The 0-1 on the way. Big sweeping curve, just missed. And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. Must have broke a little bit late. And the 1-1. On the ground, up the middle. The Barber, the throw over. Redlands will take the lead on the ground out, and Redlands now leading 4-3 in the 6th.
Now batting number 7, Nathan Carter.
Number 8, never mind. They changed it.
Pinch hitter for Redlands is number 8, Nico van der Linden. Nico van der Linden, a sophomore from Adelaide, Australia, takes a strike from Frizzell. Another big curve to the Aussie, and the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's fouled back to the fence, and the count now 1-2. Count is even. They're still riding one ball, two strikes. Four to three, our score.
That's right up on the corner.
That's a flare that tails foul. And the count still riding one ball, two strikes. 2 outs here in the 6th. Redlands now in the lead, 4 to 3. Friz working on the windup. Fly ball, that's going to hang up in the wind. Charles Elam lazily camping underneath it. But the damage done. Redlands with 2 runs. They have taken the lead here. We've played 5.5. Larks trail 4 to 3 back after this on the Lark Network. And we're back in the bottom of the 6th. Larks trailing by a run, 4 to 3, even though it looks like a backwards Tetris piece on the scoreboard. So Jake coming up, he's 0 for 2. As we're in the 6th. Riley Barton came in to catch here for Redlands after they pinch hit for Carter. So Jake 0 for 2. First pitch swinging on the ground at Gaunt. Gaunt the throw over, and there's one away to Kokogen. Jake now 0 for 3. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Luis Caraballo. And Luis 0 for 0 has drawn 2 walks today. We are in the 6th. Larks trailing by a run here, 4 to 3. Luis, as we said, drew 2 walks. And that one missing outside to Luis. 1 ball. The 1-0 on the way. Luis with a healthy swing and the pitch missing. The count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Luis offered at it, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind still howling in from straightaway center field. And the 1-2. On the ground of the second baseman, Davidson. Davidson having some trouble, finds it though, throws over. And there are 2 outs here in the 6th. Andrew Berry digging in. Berry 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. One of these days, we're going to get a really nice baseball game here, a doubleheader without wind. We did have one last week on Thursday. Really nice day. Larks sweeping Dawson on Thursday. Mesher deals, big swing and a miss by Barry for the first pitch he sees. I think the wind just picked up a little bit, as it is howling in here. Mesher. Barry pops that one up. That could get out of play. Long run for Barton. Barton just can't come up with a good hustle. Barton tried everything he could, tipped it into the fence, bleeding his case. That's great hustle by the catcher to track that ball. That ball was somewhere between the pitcher and the pitcher's mound and the home plate when it left the bat. Ended up all the way back at the fence, and Barry now quickly behind 0-2. That's on the ground of the shortstop, gone. Throw over in time. Larks go quietly in the sixth. 1, 2, 3. We're back after this here on the Lark Network. And welcome back here to the top of the seventh. Christian Davidson due up here for Redlands. Redlands clinging to the 4-3 lead. There is Dr. Phil Miller about to join us. If he can get everything figured out. Phil, I think you're with me.
I am. I'm here.
Hey, good to have you with us.
It's good to be here. Finally.
Yeah, no kidding. Frizz deals. That's a hot shot on the ground and foul on the left side.
Catch me up on what's been going on here, Russ.
Well, Larks jumped out to a 2-0 lead here. Redlands scratching back, tied it in the fifth before the Larks added one back, as that one's tipped foul back towards the fence, and they count 0-2 to Davidson. But Redlands then answering back, 2 runs in the sixth here, and that's where we stand, 4-3.
And not that I was watching the feed on the drive down here from work, but it looked like there was some controversy on one of the runs.
Could be. That's a shot through the gap, a C&I single there for Davidson, and Davidson aboard with a single.
But I would never watch and drive.
I'm sure you had you may have had audio of the feed, right? There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Now batting, number 11.
Matt Curry, the leadoff man for the Redlands, coming to bat. He's 0-3. Did score a run, swipe a base. As we're in the seventh. 4-3 the score. Leadoff runner aboard. And Frizz missing low and away.
And I tell you what, the wind is nasty today. I mean, you can kind of get a feel for it on the TV, but having driven down here in the middle of it, it's bad.
It's howling like nobody's business.
To play a baseball game in this weather is it's an adventure.
We've had a lot of winds so far, not because of us, not because we're blowhards, because of Mother Nature.
This is just all Mother Nature right now.
Curry shows bunt, pulls it back, and the count now even. 2 balls, no strikes here.
Just missed on the inside corner.
Cody Widman worked 5 and a third, allowing 4 runs, only one of which was earned.
Not a bad outing for Cody.
Great outing for Cody. Frizz checks the runner, deals, and Curry pulls the bunt back. And Frizz having a little bit of trouble commanding.
I will say, I don't know if the pitchers feel this or not, but if I were on the mound, I'd feel very comfortable just wheeling and dealing today. The chances of giving up a home run.
Slim, unless you can turn on one. It is only 275 down the lines. The 3-0. Frizz took a little something off, painting the inside corner. And the count now 3 balls, 1 strike.
Even then, though, you'd have to turn on it perfectly.
I did see a couple home runs.
Because otherwise it'll just slide off to the left or right.
I did see a couple home runs during batting practice this afternoon before the game.
Yeah.
That one's fouled back and out of play on the left side. And the count now full 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm not saying it's impossible. But
highly unlikely. Of course,
unlikely.
We've seen stranger things happen.
Yes, this is actually true.
So Davidson aboard over there, first base, none out here in the top of the 7th. Larks trailing 4-3. Frizz working, he'll deal. Little pop up on the infield, and the Barber makes the play. Jake Shelby with 1 out.
His nickname is the Barber again.
It's now to the Barber.
Is that his 3rd or 4th?
I don't know, but we're running with it. The story behind that, Phil, is that Alex Perez has never allowed anybody but his mother to cut his hair. She's a stylist.
Sure, that makes sense.
Alex, in a lapse of judgment, allowed Jake to give him a haircut.
Oh, poor judgment.
Frizz with a fastball on the outside part of the plate to Garrett Gaunt, the shortstop, who's 1 for 3.
I learned that the hard way in college, too, actually, at Heston. Don't let friends cut your hair.
That's right. I'm not sure I'd let Jake Shelby give me a haircut. Someone texted in wanting that. They're wondering if Skylar Frizzell can get a beard trimming from the barber.
No.
Runner goes, caught in a pickle under the rundown. Great job by Frizz to catch the runner.
Excellent work by the Larks on that play. Frizz going over to first and Andrew Berry at first.
Andrew Berry over there, first base. 2 outs now. 1-3-6 on the putout.
Made a good throw over there to get him at second.
Garrett Gaunt still now up, and that might have been the first pitch. We haven't seen a pitch to Gaunt yet, as that one misses outside from Frizz.
Yeah, that would, I think. Yeah,
1 ball, 1 strike to count. 4-3 in the 7th.
And I did hear you mention Frizzell's excellent outing last time.
Oh, incredible outing. Jake over there at shortstop. The Barber, the throw over to Andrew Berry. Larks get out of it with some nifty work in the field. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Larks trailing 4-3 back after this. And welcome back here to Oswald Field, bottom of the 7th, Phil. Larks with a little work to do, and Charles Elam to start us off.
Need at least 1 run to get scratched across here.
For the Larks, number 12, Charles Elam.
Let's see if we have any magic today.
Got a text message saying thank you for the broadcast. Good to hear The dynamic duo back in the booth.
yeah.
The Arnold's from in Denton, Texas.
And we'll be both for the full game. This
Game
evening.
2, that's right.
Yeah.
The nightcap. And then we got to eat supper.
Something. We'll need food in the belly.
Strike from Mesher. Mesher coming to work here in the 7th.
Probably look like a changeup right down the pipe.
And Elam stepping. Elam. Charles over 2. That one too far in and low, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike to Elam.
So changeup fastball to start off. Elam.
And so the 1-1 coming up. That one
Must have been low.
dribbled down low, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike.
The Larks being patient at the plate.
I'm getting a text message saying if you can convince Skyler to let Jake give him a trim, Jake could be the barber of Frizzell. I like it. I like it a lot. The barber of Frizzell.
Barber of Frizzell.
Count is 3 balls, 1 strike here to Charles. Great hitters count coming up. Mesher deals. Charles back up the middle. Gone a long run. Can't get to it. And Larks have something doing with a C&I single up the middle as that ball had some eyes.
And the Elam very thankful that ball got through.
Now batting for
And
the
that brings
Larks,
up Justin Velasquez.
Justin Velasquez.
Let's see.
You know about that?
That might close the book here on Mesher as it's a long visit to the mound. As looks like we got Miles Dunn up there in the bullpen, Phil, for Redlands, number 19.
Number 19 for Redlands. Looks like he's pitched in 10 games, 2-0 with a save. 17 innings pitched. With a 7.4 ERA, but you know what? At this level, it's tough to look at ERAs and really get too much information from them.
Right. So, Justin coming to bat. Justin singled his last at bat and scored a run on Alex Perez's double.
All right.
Larks with a leadoff runner aboard. That one misses high and tight. Justin was showing bunt.
And Redlands come crashing in from the corners there. You saw the wheel play was on.
And they count 1 ball now to Justin. Justin pops the bunt up and on the left side.
Yes.
And they count now 1 ball, 1 strike.
Justin frustrated himself for not getting the bunt down. That's a little scary when you're a hitter and you see it pop up like that.
And the 1-1 coming up here. Mesher still working. He's worked 6 now. In his 7th inning of work. Throw back. Whew. And diving over there is Elam.
Just got back in.
Larks have nearly been caught leaning a couple times today. Multiple times, in fact.
On a good move there by the pitcher to get the ball over.
Justin shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch well outside the count. Now 2 balls, 1 strike. Looks like Dunn's a side armor over there in the bullpen for Redlands.
Yeah, looks like it.
It's windy. Justin lays the bunt down, rolling foul. Now the count moving 2 balls, 2 strikes. So I'm guessing the bunt will be off.
I'm guessing that too. And Mesher not really inclined to give Justin anything to bunt there. That pitch looked like pretty low and outside yet. Justin doing his best to try to get it down though.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Justin getting a sign from Courtney Spitz over there at third.
The don't bunt sign, there's 2 strikes.
Doesn't come much more literal than that.
Right. The swing away. Well, the third base is still on the grass.
Servants all the way in. Justin taps it foul.
Right off the plate, or
I think he hit
his
himself.
foot.
Yeah, hit him. Hit him.
Had to hit him.
And the count's still riding 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, staying alive though. That's not a bad outcome of that pitch. The umpire doing a good job, just giving him time to walk it off.
Spitz coming to make sure he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
As we're in the 7th.
Bottom of the 7th, final inning.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Well, it could be the final
Maybe.
inning, potential
Maybe.
final inning.
Yep.
Tying run aboard for the Larks. That one's in the dirt, and we're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Getting text message saying, I hear McKinney, Texas, has 35 miles an hour per winds today. I'm in Chicago in the Windy City, but it looks like Heston has them both beat. We do.
Yeah.
Was gusting to 37, might be going as high as 45.
I think so.
That's on the ground
there
through
we
the
go.
hole left side. Base hit for Justin.
Excellent piece of hitting.
And
by
the Larks
Velasquez.
have a little something doing.
Yes, indeed.
Back-to-back singles by the Larks, and that brings up the vigilante, Bryce Elder.
Bryce Elder coming in with a 354 on base percentage.
Bryce Elder.
So the vigilante coming to
Looking for justice at the plate right now.
likes to hit everything hard.
Larks just need a base hit right here.
Mesher stepping off, trying to take a little bit of time to see if Dunn's ready.
Looks like the Cougars are playing a possible bunt, maybe.
Or possibly a turn double play
Yeah.
depth, it looks like almost. Now infield creeping in. But
Yep.
shown by Bryce, pulled back.
They're definitely playing the bunt,
Larks in small ball mode right now.
which is about right. I mean, they only need 1 run to extend the game.
Runners at first and second for the Larks. None out here in the bottom of the 7th. Larks leading 4-3. Bryce
Ooh.
offers at the bunt.
Yep.
Can't come up within the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Couldn't quite catch it with his bat, which is what you're trying to do up there.
Mesher checking the runner at second base. Deals. Bryce shows bunt.
Ooh.
Pulls it back. Almost
job.
was hit.
Yeah, that curve didn't quite curve enough.
And now the count 2 balls, 1 strike to Bryce. The 2-1 on the way. Mesher checking Elam at second one more time. That one too low, and the count now 3 balls and a strike
Yeah.
to Bryce.
And the way the Cougars are playing over there on the right side of the infield, I really wouldn't mind seeing Elder take it back and try to punch it through the second base side.
Swinging of it.
Yeah.
Even with the right fielder out there, Vining wheeling over.
Oh, yeah.
Leaving a huge hole out
Huge
there
hole.
in right field.
That might get you triple bases or triple bases.
Triple bases.
Extra bases.
Interesting. Triple bases.
Triple
That's a new
bases, yeah. I'm having trouble talking.
one. Bryce lays a bunt down. Snagged by the first baseman, Kokogin. Nice play by Kokogin. Bryce is aboard on the fielder's choice, but Kokogin coming in, charging with Gaunt slipping behind the runner over there.
And you saw Bryce was trying to punch it past the first baseman, I think, on that play.
Now
He
batting number 18,
just wasn't able to do that.
Nelson Martinez 0 for 2 here. Nelson digging in.
I think on that play, I would have liked to see him try to put it down the third base line. Good chance all of it would be safe.
Mesher deals. Nelson on the ground, takes a hop. Could be 2. And it is. Redlands escapes with the double play on the 4-6-3 double play. As Davidson to Gaunt to Kokogin. That's going to do it. We're going to take a break and be back with the start of Game 2 right here on the Lark Network. Our final score, Redlands 4, Larks 3. Back after this.